This is search and rescue on normal and hard.
You've found the crevasse marked on the map. Now you need to descend down into the tube and rescue the missing adventurers. The main chamber tomb is littered with fragments of shattered pottery and broken sarcophagus. Everything about it was taken long ago.
So there's some quell again. And as a reminder, the quell take away our ability to cast divine spells. It's a little buggy. Sometimes some of the spells that it prevents really don't seem to be divine, but it's mostly on target.
As the last control orb is activated, you hear the sound of stone grinding against stone, echoing
So the helm tours that are here that we've seen already, they're coming down pretty quick. Their big thing is that they're immune to they get healed from force damage, and they get healed from one random like element. So they're really tough on casters, especially force-based casters.
As Leiron dies, you notice a flash of light from the throne on the dais.
And there once upon a time was a build called the Sharadi build that was real big. And Helm Tours was the dev's answer to Sharadi builds. Initial answer, they eventually nerfed those builds completely. But that was their initial answer because there were so many complaints about that build being too strong. So they put these. The main attack of Sharadi build was spamming various magic missiles, chain missiles, force missiles. Alright, we have to rescue this guy, but we do that by just talking to him.
Around him lie the shattered bones of what used to be the undead.
Alright, that path is maybe an optional. This isn't definitely an optional. And so that path to the right and this path kind of connect up, and we need to get to rescue a person there. But This is the shortest distance to do that, so this is where I do it.
A lone shader Kai stands quietly in the shadows of this alcove.
This room here has someone we have to rescue. I just briefly passed it by. I think when I'm 12, it's hard to see things.
The crumpled form of a dwarf lies amidst the rubble in this foul store. Excited kobolds surround the body, arguing amongst themselves. A faint voice, praying in Elven, echoes up
These
from
adventure
a hole
packs
in
are
the
all
rock.
bugged. You can't pick anything up on them. It just says no target when you try. And so you get that rescuer. There's and the same with this mushroom. And there's a shrine over there, but if you go near it, it's going to spawn some methods. We're not going to use the shrine, so I'm not going to bother going there. But it's a good idea if you want to have that shrine open. This area up here can be tough, so one thing you could do in higher difficulties is drag them back, so that if things get bad, you can always run back to the shrine. And you want to clear that shrine before you. If you're going to do that, you're going to want to clear that shrine before you do that, so that you can raise yourself without having to worry about instantly fighting a bunch of methods. With 100 hit points or whatever it is you start with
The
for
air
the shrine.
becomes scorching
Alright.
hot as you approach a passage
This
filled with
area,
pools of lava.
probably don't need to on normal, but I always draw them back to at least here. And again, if there's a lot of champions in a Reaper, I'll draw them back close to that shrine to make sure I don't wipe. All right, and I even draw these guys back. Although here, I think we're just going
An exceptionally
a normal.
large kobold blocks the passage.
Alright, so this is the end fight, and it's kind of cool. It's a
Glowing
red dragon.
pools of searing lava dot this massive chamber. Yet the thing that draws your eye is the resting form of an ancient red dragon.
We'll be able to rescue that last person once the dragon's down. We have to remember to do that because the quest is not complete until we do that. So at least once I've completed the quest on Reaper, and then looted, and then not realized. I'm gonna give myself fire resist here. This guy gives some fire. I better heal Wyo. She's not healing herself.
Anger grows. You don't show the slightest bit of respect or common sense. So typical of
Yeah, I'm gonna try to wing buff it, and that's probably an attack, and because a lot of people like to stand right on the dragon's belly to avoid getting knocked down. Alright, so this is this is the toughest part of this end fight. You want to get these, especially the casters, fast. And you don't want to stand in lava like I'm doing, but I want to get that caster. And you can see I've got this fiery inferno, and if you get too many stacks of that, it's pretty rough. So I'm gonna. All right, now let's rescue this guy first.
The wizard chained to the back wall of the lair beckons to you. You successfully rescued Popkin's missing party.
All right, I'm gonna recall out and go right back in on hard. So this is bugged. It doesn't show as a reward being available. Let's check. Spell rewarded. Spell resistance 13 is pretty weak at this level. Yeah, so not so great. All right, I'm just gonna grab this, something I could break down for essences, and I'm gonna retake the quest and go right back in on hard.
You've found the crevasse marked on the map. Now you need to descend down into the tomb and rescue the missing adventurers. Littered with fragments of shattered pottery and broken sarcophagi. Everything of value was taken long ago.
So Wyo and I are probably both quelled there. I'll never give me a heal because it's a lot of hit points. Oh, she's quelled, so I'm just gonna heal myself. And then just click on these control orbs. Sorry, I should be mentioning that more
As
clearly.
the last
But each
control
corner has
horn
one of
is
those control orbs.
activated,
There's a regular
you hear the
orbs,
sound
and when
of
you see this
stone
one, it says
grinding
control orb.
against stone echo
That's the one
from
you
the
want to
main
pull.
chamber of the tomb.
And again, these tomb doors, easy for us, tough on casters.
A gaunt form can be seen at the end of this hall, resting against a massive wall, disturbed by your trespass. The ancient mummy stirs to life. Layra coughs out a quick command, and several undead eyes are around. As Layron dies, you notice a flash of light from the throne of the dais.
And we want to get this lever behind the chair. And the chest. There's no named items in this chest. It's only the end chest that has named items. And there's a Pale Master, a build wizard type that you could build enhancement tree called Pale Master that heals from negative energy and has really good self-healing with this what's called a death aura. It's healed from negative energy and has an aura that basically ticks negative energy every few seconds. And so there's an item from this build, or from this quest, that actually significantly helps that build. So when it first came out, it was very popular to be run for people that had that type of build.
And
again, all these collectibles are bugged,
sits in the
so
hall atop a small pile
if you
of
try to pick
loose
them up and you can't, that's the
stones.
reason. It's not that you're doing
Around him
anything
lie
wrong,
the
it's just
shattered
bugged.
bones of what used to be the undead.
And this is our
A
second
lone shader
rescue.
guy stands quietly in the shadows of this alcove. crumpled form of a dwarf lies amidst the rubble in this foul cavern. Excited kobolds surround the body, arguing amongst themselves.
So in higher difficulties, the way you handle quells is that you have your hireling stand back a little bit, and well, and then you attack the quells, and you can have your hireling throw a heals on you because they'll be too far back to get quelled. Every so often, they will aggro on your.
Up from a hole in the
What I
rock.
want. They will aggro on your cleric, so that's a bit of a problem. But usually, if they're doing that, then they're not quelling you. So. I'm going to show you the shrine, since on higher difficulties I always clear the shrine. Can't get the fungus. It's pretty easy. It's just I think I said methods. It's actually even easier than that. It's bats. A couple of bats. But you don't want to be clearing these when you're if you're having to use the rest shrine. So. That's kind of annoying. To get a spot where I can hit it, I like fall off. There we go. That's better. So yeah, the reason I like to drag them back is that these guys are going to naturally, kind of fall back themselves, and they're gonna drag you right into that mob up there. But I sort of thread the needle a little bit, and it's not that hard on on hard difficulty. It's no problem. All right, one more warrior. And I'm going to give YO fire resist too on hard, and hopefully we don't get too many stacks of that
Glowing pools of searing
debuff.
lava dot this massive chamber. Yet the thing that draws your eye is the resting form of an ancient red dragon. A faint whimpering can be heard from the far end of the lair. It sounds human. The dragon's disgust is more interlopers. Didn't the string of bodies hung along the entrance make it clear I don't want visitors? The dragon's anger grows. You don't show the slightest bit of respect or common sense. So typical of your kind.
And ideally, you want to attack right under its belly. I'm getting kind of pushed over a little bit and pushed back, but ideally, you want to be right on the belly to attack this thing, and you don't want to get knocked down in lava. That's bad. Probably best if I can get it turned around so that I'm getting pushed against the wall. And I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna try to kill it before I get these shamans. On elite, I wouldn't want to do that. It's just too many hit points. But I think I can do this here. Let me get these guys. And the worst thing here are the casters, these shamans.
The wizard chained to the back wall of the lair.
Alright, now always remember to rescue this guy before you loot, so you don't accidentally recall out without finishing, as I've done.
You successfully rescued Popkin's missing party.
Alright. And then we talked to Popkin, and it doesn't show that she has a reward for us, but she actually does. And I'm going to grab something to break down for essences, nothing too interesting there, and then I'm going to repeat it again because I'm going to come back here on Elite as soon as I have Epic Destinies purchased. And that is Search and Rescue on Normal and Hard.